So Mario Kart World releases in just over 1 month, and man, it is crazy because this is the very first open world Mario Kart game, but not only that, it is the first new mainline Mario Kart entry since Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. So yeah, we've been playing the same game for over a decade. Well, it's time to ask the question, will Mario Kart World be better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Because man, we've been playing that game for so long, so our expectations for this new entry have been set really high, and from what we've seen of the game so far, it looks really good. Like really good. I'm so excited for it. However, not everything is perfect, so in today's video, I want to go over whether Mario Kart World will be better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and talk about 5 reasons why Mario Kart World will be better, and 5 reasons why it may not be as good. So yo guys, Crazy Tendo here, and if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much to everyone who watched my last video, as we managed to get an astounding 60 subscribers from that video, which is just crazy, and we managed to surpass my goal of 500 subscribers, which is what I was aiming for before the release of the Switch 2. So it's crazy that we managed to get that with just one video, so thank you guys so much. Now of course that means we're on the road to 1K, so your guys' contribution will help a lot. Alright, now with that out of the way, it's time to get straight into the video. First off, one of the new additions, which is for sure gonna make this game better, is 24 racers. Now we've known about this ever since the game was teased in that initial Nintendo Switch 2 teaser trailer, and I don't think people truly realize how significant the change to 24 racers is. There's twice as many players as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and in previous Mario Kart entries there were only 8 racers, so that's 3 times as much as those previous entries, and that's just insane. This means that there's going to be even more chaos in every single race you play, as there will be significantly more people on each track. And not only that, but because of the change to 24 racers, tracks, and especially retro tracks that were made for less characters, but all these tracks seem way larger and way wider, I guess, to allow for more racers to be on it at a time. And I mean, the item play here is going to be insane. There's some slight item changes to balance things out a bit more. For example, the shock item only affects people in front of you, not everyone, because imagine 23 people getting shocked from one person using it. That would just be a bit overpowered. So yeah, the change to 24 racers is really massive. It's a significant change, and it's going to make this game much better because it's going to lead to more chaotic and more crazy races, which I mean, isn't that what Mario Kart's all about? But now onto the first downside of this video, why I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe might be better. I mean, come on, we all know what this is. It's the only thing the internet's been talking about. It's the price, yeah, $80. Now Nintendo did say that, oh, the Direct would show players why the game was gonna be $80, like what made it so special, but yeah, no, the Direct didn't show anything new, so yeah, that sucked. Honestly, in my opinion, $60 for a game was like the max. It was like, that was already kind of expensive if you ask me, especially since I do play PC games, and games on PC are way cheaper, so already spending $60 for a Mario game was like insane. Now, Tears of the Kingdom being $70 did not make sense to a lot of people when it happened, and people were going crazy over that. And that was $70 for Tears of the Kingdom, and now we got a Mario Kart game for $80. Now, the worst part about this is, now, you know, obviously since it's Mario Kart, the game is going to sell well even with an increased price, and this could incentivize other companies to price their games at $80, and yeah, that's not going to be good for the industry as a whole. And I mean, I don't know how many people would be able to afford that many games, so in the end maybe it doesn't turn out as well for companies, I don't know. But either way, $80 for a game is insane, and obviously Mario Kart 8 Deluxe did not have that kind of price tag. But moving on, of course, Mario Kart World is defined by the open world and free roam mode, and yeah, admittedly we don't know a lot about this mode even after the Direct. We know that there's these missions that involve the P-switches, but like, what's the point of doing them exactly? We don't know that, but I still feel that the open world is obviously going to make this game much better because it's just, I mean, it's open world Mario. The fact that you're able to free roam, like drive around in such a big world between tracks and just mess around on every single track in this game for fun with friends online as well is just awesome. It sounds so fun, and while it doesn't seem like there's going to be much to do as of right now, I'm sure, I am very confident that Nintendo has cooked up something here, because they have not missed with any of their open world games they've made so far. They've all been pretty good. I think we can all agree that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are some of the greatest games ever, and you know, Nintendo made those open worlds and they were insane, so I'm pretty confident that they know what they're doing. I'm sure that they're keeping some sort of secret. As to why they didn't reveal that in the Direct, I honestly don't know, but Nintendo's Nintendo, you never know what they're cooking up. So I think the open world's going to be crazy. There's going to be tons of things to do, and I'm so excited for it. It's definitely one of the reasons Mario Kart World will be better. Now, even though the game has a massive open world, I think most people are getting the game, you know, primarily for the racing, and, well, okay, this was to be expected, but it has less tracks than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There was no way this new game was gonna have 96 tracks at launch, like 96 because of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and the Booster Course Pass, but I mean, I was expecting 48 at least, but there's 30 tracks. Yeah, they have 8 cups, so that would be 32 tracks, but Crown City and Peach Stadium appear twice. I mean, they couldn't even come up with 2 new tracks for that, so Mario Kart World technically has less tracks than Mario Kart DS, which is weird because this is a new game. I mean, I guess to be fair, if they were to add more new tracks, they'd have to make the world bigger, they'd have to work even harder on it, but I mean, come on. I thought me personally at least, I thought 48 tracks was gonna be, I thought that was a given. But you know, I guess Nintendo does whatever they want. But for an $80 Mario Kart game, they could have at least given us 48 tracks. Like, that isn't too big of a task, but oh well. That's one of the reasons I think this game might not be as well and less replayable. I think, well, honestly, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has spoiled all of us with 96 tracks, so I think any future entry is going to be a bit of a letdown not having that many tracks. But the tracks in this game do look amazing. I have a video ranking every single one of them. If you want to check it out, I'll link it in the top right corner. But yeah, less tracks, obviously it's a reason why this game's worse than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I guess that was a given. However, Mario Kart World does kind of make up for that with a new game mode called the Knockout Tour, and this is sort of a, I guess you could say, a battle royale in Mario Kart. It's a knockout tournament thing. I think it's pretty simple. You got 24 racers, you're going across this rally, which is you basically drive from one side of the map to the other, and basically the first 5 cups you just drive through them, and then for the very last one you do a full lap of the course itself. So this is a pretty unique and interesting concept, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing it, because this also adds much more replayability to the game, and you also can play it online and stuff, so that's pretty neat. Since you're not going to be racing on any actual tracks, this is essentially the intermissions all stitched together. However, you play all of it in one go, and you have to try to place, like, I think at the start it's top 16 or something like that, and then it goes all the way till there's like 4 people left, and then you try to win the whole thing. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of like a battle royale concept, and I'm excited for it, and this is definitely one of the best features about this game. But staying on the topic of game modes, battle mode. Yeah, Nintendo, what is this battle mode, man? I thought you guys would have learned from the original Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U that we want a good, fully fleshed out battle mode. We're only getting balloon battle and coin runners, and that's it. And most of these are on the actual courses. Like, this is giving me Mario Kart 8 vibes all over again. Well, I mean, in this case at least, it doesn't appear to be the entire track like it was in that game, but still. And there are a few like new original courses, and for example here we see that Crown City has a battle arena, but it's like boxed in, so it's not really the course itself, but it's set in that area. So I mean, yeah, that's cool. But going back, why only 2 battle modes? Just why? I thought there was potential for brand new battle modes. I thought they would add even more, but no, they cut down on the battle modes and didn't add anything new. I don't really see the reasoning behind that. And honestly, thank God Knockout Tour is here to make up for this lackluster battle mode. But wow, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had such a great battle mode. I feel like, you know, Nintendo did such a good job fixing the original Mario Kart 8's battle mode and 8 Deluxe. Like, that is exactly what people wanted, and it was awesome, so why downgrade it again? Yeah, I'm not too sure what Nintendo was thinking here, but it's definitely one of Mario Kart World's flaws. Earlier I talked about 24 racers being one of the biggest changes to Mario Kart World. However, Mario Kart World also introduces new gameplay mechanics, like wall jumping and grinding on rails. But not only that, but Mario Kart 8's gliding has been fixed with this new sort of flying thing. Instead of gliders, we have wings coming out of the carts. And the gliding sections or flying, whatever you want to call it, they seem so much better in this game, and you have way more control. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you wanted any sort of control over how you can move your glider, like if you wanted to move it in such a crazy way, you would need to have motion controls turned on, and you'd have to move your controller in weird ways. But in this one, it just seems so much more free and open. You can, like, look at this clip with the Koopa Troopa. Look how free the flying is. I mean, I guess this is in the free roam mode, so maybe it looks like there's more happening here, but there are certain clips where you can see gliding in the gameplay, and it looks like you have so much more control, and that's awesome. And not only that, I mean, wall jumping is sick. The charge jump is also a cool new addition. You can also trick multiple times in the air. Like, this is all so cool. The grinding on rails gives Sonic Adventure vibes, so it's cool that Mario's doing that as well. I find that pretty funny. And wall jumping is awesome. Like, you know, in Toad's Harbor, there's that one wall where you can drive on. Just imagine that, but you can do that on any wall in this entire game. Whenever you want, you can hop on the wall. Whenever you want, hop off. This opens even more paths in every single course in this game, and driving on walls is just going to be so funny. The only thing I'm wondering with these new gameplay changes is with the charge jump, will you be able to jump over red shells is what I'm wondering, because that would be kind of broken. So I'm wondering how that works. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, one thing that isn't returning in Mario Kart World, which has a ton of people concerned and confused, is the lack of 200cc. Now, 200cc wasn't name dropped anywhere in the direct, and there's no sign of it, like, at all. It only goes from 50 to 150. There's no mirror mode either. It's just those three speeds, and well, that's kind of confusing to me. The only reason I can think of why Nintendo wouldn't include 200cc is because of the fact that you can have 20 coins now. That means you can go twice as fast as you could with 10 coins in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and maybe with 200cc that would be a bit too broken, like you'd be going too fast to control or something like that. But I mean, I'm sure Nintendo could fix that, like, somehow, right? But it's a bummer that there was no mention of 200cc at all, and I hope that that's one of the surprises they're keeping for the game. But if not, well, that's definitely a downgrade. I really hope they do add 200cc. Like, I would be shocked if there truly is no 200cc in Mario Kart World. And finally, the last pro and con for Mario Kart World versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, both have to do with the characters somehow. So starting off with the pro, of course, we got to talk about the costumes. Now, these are really cool. I'm talking about the costumes themselves, not the way you get the costumes or the select screen. That's a different topic altogether. But the costumes themselves are such a cool addition because, I mean, look at this Boo, look how fancy he looks. Like, that's just freaking amazing. And of course, the character choices themselves, like you can drive as Moo Moo, you can drive as the crab, you can drive as a snowman. These choices are so wacky, but you gotta love them. That's awesome. These character choices are amazing, Nintendo. Wow, good job there. And costumes for the main Mario Kart squad, like, these look really cool. Know how I just said the main Mario Kart squad? Because as far as I can tell, outside of like the big Mario Kart character names, like, you know, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, Yoshi, you know, etc., those guys, characters like Moo Moo and the crab don't have any costumes. But I mean, like, what kind of costume do you want to give the crab, right? Now, I wouldn't have any problem with that. However, it seems like the way you get costumes in this game is from the fast food item or food item. There's a bunch of different foods, whatever. But the fact is, it basically just acts like a mushroom and then also gives you a costume. So when you've gotten all the costumes in this game or are playing as a character that doesn't have any costumes, it's just a mushroom, which I find kind of odd. But that's not really a downside. I still think the costumes are awesome, and the fact that we're getting these at all is pretty cool. Now, the downside to these costumes is the character select screen, because for whatever reason, Nintendo has these like screens that you scroll through with 12 characters per page, as opposed to Mario Kart 8's like really perfect screen where all the characters were there. You had your little cursor thing, which you used to select a character, and then for characters like Yoshi and Shy Guy, you clicked on them and then you would choose the colors. I think that that's like Mario Kart World should have just kept that, but instead all the characters are separate entities on this massive character select screen that you have to scroll through. And if you're playing multiplayer, that changes to 6 characters a screen, so that's a lot of scrolling, and that's even more time wasted trying to find a character, and just makes everything so unorganized. Like, Nintendo, why? I'm still holding out hope that this is just for like the Switch 2 events and the preview builds and whatever, and that in the final game they return to the Mario Kart 8 style of character select screen. But if not, then this is just really stupid. Like, this has to be one of the worst character select screens ever, because it's just so unorganized, and not user friendly, so yeah, that's a bummer. But with all that being said, I still think Mario Kart World definitely has a shot of being a better game than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because what we've seen of this game so far, there's so much to be excited for. It's the first new entry in over a decade. It's open world, you can play as a cow. Yeah, the $80 price tag sucks, but what the hell, it's Mario Kart, it's gonna be awesome. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to help me reach 1K subscribers, and make sure to have the bell turned on so you get notified whenever I upload a video. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.